Welcome back to the CheekCast podcast, episode 19. Getting back on track. We're actually here at a relatively early time. We're not taking a month off again. We're actually back. And if you have no idea who or what we are the Cheek Squad. Granted, it's me and the community is the Cheek Squad. Um, all my socials are just my name, Obroto, Twitter, TikTok, fucking Twitch, Facebook, probably Instagram. It's all the same name. That's the best part. It's really easy to find. You just type my name and you find a whole bunch of stuff. You
Wow, this,
probably even,
this is all about you, apparently?
yeah, it's all about me. It's all. I didn't do my advertising last time. I'm supposed to do it. I'm bad at it, Lisa. I give myself the first minute to do it, and then that's all I talk about because I don't like advertising myself.
All right.
Okay, that's it. We're done now. Now we're going to talk about something we might be watching: the death of Blizzard, as it stands, because NetEase, not the company. Let's be honest. We say that it's the company NetEase. It's the Chinese government. They are saying that Blizzard is not profitable anymore, which is putting it in very short terms. So they are they are just not doing the deal again with Blizzard, which means StarCraft, Diablo, Overwatch 2. Well, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, actually just everything.
Pretty
No
much
WoW,
everything.
no Hearthstone, no Warcraft 3, no Overwatch, no Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft will not be available in China. Period. Just starting next year, they're not available in China.
Do we know if that was I've seen many conflicting articles on, it was China that didn't renew, and then, it was Blizzard that didn't renew and made that mistake.
Nobody has come through and confirmed completely yet because I imagine they both sides are probably saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's because the Chinese games publisher just decided that it's not worth it because they're not. I mean, they have they're basically the Overwatch League like team. Like China is the Overwatch League. They have like 5 or 6 of the 13 teams are all Chinese. Most of the audience is Chinese, and they're just not there anymore. They're just at this thing starting at the next year. They're just gone.
Yep.
Apparently it's due to a license agreement.
Yes.
They could not come to terms. Which
Yeah,
I'm
I want to know
assuming
what the terms are.
I'm assuming it's probably NetEase going, hey, you aren't making any money over here. Can you guys like do that better? And they're like, well, we can try this. And then NetEase is like, yeah, nah, chief. Nah. That's just what I mean. The Lord only knows. But
Well, it would probably be bad for Blizzard, I'm assuming, in the near future. It's going to be really bad for them.
oh yeah, because they're losing a big audience there. Speaking of Blizzard, apparently people are reporting that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is likely to file an antitrust lawsuit to block Microsoft's takeover of Activision Blizzard, which I didn't even know was happening.
Yeah, we talked about it on one of the past podcasts. That Microsoft was buying out Activision.
Yeah, the FTC is trying to put a stop to that.
Because it would be nearing a monopoly.
And I mean, at that point, it would be between Microsoft being all Xbox and Blizzard having such big control over a lot of
PC gaming.
Of high tier PC gaming like Warcraft and WoW and Overwatch, like a lot of AAA games. I could see that being a problem. I definitely, yeah. I mean, that's like if Google and Mark Zuckerberg decided to dap each other up and go into business together, like,
yeah,
that's risky.
Yes, it is, and they don't want that to happen. Microsoft is already kind of a monopoly when it comes to computers in general, because you really don't have many options.
So I didn't even know that was happening. At least I don't remember talking about it. Microsoft and Bethesda with exclusives are starting to lean more towards just not giving them an opportunity to, which is, I don't really understand why. Okay, let me just explain what Microsoft said. This probably make Thomas laugh too. Microsoft said they're trying to explain why games that sell millions of units are not a big deal. They have said that the player base of Call of Duty in recent history hasn't shown up to normal AAA titles in terms of player base. Meanwhile, this one has sold $800 million worth of copies, like lickety split.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know. I don't know why they're calling Elder Scrolls 6 a mid-sized game.
I mean, Elder Scrolls, I guess, could be considered a mid-sized game. That's why they're saying that it might may or may not be an exclusive. It's.
I mean, the title of this is Xbox tries to convince UK regulators that some ZeniMax and Bethesda games are not that big of a deal when compared to Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I
it's
mean,
interesting.
Skyrim's like the biggest game in its genre.
I mean, I mean,
it is.
Dead ass. It is. So I don't even know why they wouldn't want an Elder Scroll. Like, I understand that Elder Scrolls 6 might not be Skyrim, but still, like, it's just, you don't want to take that chance.
I think we're missing context, like framing their argument. I think they mean
they're comparing them to Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo,
which are definitely not.
I mean, if you really only know about that one if like you're a weeb, like.
Exactly.
Yeah, neither one of those is meant for the general population. It's kind of a niche.
Yeah, and like Redfall and Starfield are both planning to be Xbox and PC exclusive, so it means PlayStation players don't get to touch it.
They wouldn't get to play them. Yeah.
Rude.
So they're saying they're trying to decide which games will or won't be coming to PlayStation, and they provided probably the shittiest chart that they possibly could to show this.
Yeah,
they base it on if the games have a niche audience, like Fallout 76 and Psychonauts. If it's a new IP, like a new kind of game with an uncertain audience, that's more than likely to be exclusive. And then if it's a mass market audience like Call of Duty or Minecraft, then it's not exclusive. So I guess if it's a new game, they're just not taking that chance.
It's kind of weird.
Well, that's because they want the success of stuff like Undertale just come right at them, whereas it's just done by like one or two people, but it blows up, makes $10 million.
It's because Undertale was, from what I heard, was really good. They made likable characters and a fucking bomb ass soundtrack. But I mean, people just can't. I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't be trying to. The exact quote with the Call of Duty thing was, this isn't the first time the publisher has made such outlandish claims. 2 months ago, it said Call of Duty is an essential game series. Now it's finally admitting COD's player base size isn't comparable to most other AAA games that it publishes. I just don't believe that.
I don't either.
Who answered that question? Like,
who's talking to? Have you seen anything? Like, do you open your eyes?
Well, there's not as many concurrent players on Call of Duty as there is League of Legends. We failed.
We failed. Not even close. Of course not. It's the same people that are comparing like the fucking. You see people been comparing the name of, or the, not comparing the name. They can be comparing the size of the World Cup to the size of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, it's the size of the World Cup, right? Not the size of the North American football, like. And people are getting upset about it, which I just think is really funny. I mean, let's take a look right now. Let's take a look and let's browse categories. Just looking at Twitch, Warzone's got 100K, League's at 75. Wow, Apex has fallen down quite a bit. 38.5K.
That's pretty low for them.
Under Overwatch and Roblox.
Roblox?
Why is Roblox up there, bro? Who's playing Roblox? Yeah, because the first person that's playing Roblox getting 35K. Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
But anyway, I just think that's really funny. Sony says Battlefield cannot keep up with COD. I mean, in the same lane. I mean, they really can't, to be honest.
Yeah, Battlefield is a different type of game, but they just didn't keep, when it came out, they didn't keep people's attention.
2042 had to be good. It had
And it was
no
okay.
choice. It had no choice but to excel. It needed to come out and be another Battlefield 3 or 4. It had to come out and do good. Because with Battlefield 2042 losing all its credibility, I'm not even going to pre-order another Battlefield game. Because Battlefield 2042 was so disappointing. So, I mean, I guess I understand that.
But does that mean that they're not going to make them anymore? Like, what is that? I get what they're saying, because they're not wrong.
Yeah, but I don't even know what they would do. Like what?
Not make them.
They would have to rebrand it, right?
Or rebrand it, yeah.
That you can't. I mean, Sony goes even farther, claiming that no other game in existence can compete or replicate what Call of Duty is doing. I agree.
That is true.
But that is why people liked Battlefield, is because Battlefield didn't try to be Call of Duty. You know what Battlefield 2042 tried? It tried to be Call of Duty. With its movement and stuff like that. It tried to be Call of Duty more so than before. People play Battlefield because it's realistic. There's bullet drop. There's bullet travel time. You have to lead your shots. There's there's vehicles that require actual flight precision to fly. I wouldn't say precision, but a little bit more technique. You got to be able to fly them properly. And people play Call of Duty because you can turn your brain off and just run around and shoot at stuff that moves.
Yeah.
Battlefield was supposed to be more engaging, and Battlefield 2042 didn't do that. So, I mean, they're also comparing Battlefield. Call of Duty sold 400 million copies in 2021, and Battlefield sold 88 million.
I mean, it's still a lot. Like that's not
which is still a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. They're getting like way too ahead of the like. Oh man, it only sold 40 million copy failure. L.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, Battlefield 2042. When you look at the problems it had,
it did have a lot.
It wasn't that good. It was pretty bad. So
it was a really cool concept the way they did the super giant open world maps.
Yeah, with all the flying and it was crazy and it was awesome. And I thought that was really cool, but
but you played it for 3 weeks and then you were like, okay, I'm cool. Like
because I felt like I experienced everything the game had to offer.
Exactly. They didn't hold everyone to see, like they would have had to turn it into like more realistic Fortnite is how they would have needed to do that.
What they should have did was go the other direction, and they should have went for like a mill sim, like an Arma 3, but like a little bit more arcadey.
Maybe.
And maybe do something like that. But people like the realisticness of Battlefield. That's why I played it. I love the sniping in that game was unmatched by most games because of how good it felt.
And so I wonder what that means for them.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they need to. I don't. If they release another Battlefield, bro, I'm telling you, they could like remake Battlefield 3, and it would probably explode.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust the gaming community anymore. We hype stuff up, and then everyone gets so damn disappointed.
That's another thing.
We're never happy with anything.
Gaming community. That's what I did. People need to stop saying, I want to see Modern Warfare 2 come back. No, you don't. No, you do not. You do not want Modern Warfare 2. People were saying, you know how many things would have to be changed because people would nonstop bitch about it? Nonstop. They could fix the one-man army noob tube classes. They could do that. That's fine. But people would bitch that they're getting two-tapped from a UMP silenced across the map. And when I say across the map, I don't mean like these little shitty maps they have in the new one. I'm talking like 100+ meters away. This motherfucker is two-tapping you in the chest with an SMG because TTK was that low. You thought recoil was bad? There is none in that one. Intervention, you could quick scope somebody across the map because you could zoom in an instant. Like, there were so many things people would bitch about in that game. And the gaming community is what ruins games now. Like, all the old maps, people were saying the old maps would be better. I agree, though. The maps in the new Modern Warfare 2 are, like, absolutely atrocious. But
we need variety. We need the new maps serve a purpose, but we also like the formatting of older maps.
Yeah, but like you throw in like people are like, we want shipment and Rust back. Do you know the gaming community's changed so much? I mean, for God's sakes, they already know where all 22 spawns in DMZ are.
Yeah,
on a map recorded. You know how dumb that is? Somebody went through and watched a gameplay from so many streamers to find that. And he made a whole map where people spawn. Because that's the community nowadays. People, you remember old shipment, Thomas? When you learned spawns in old shipment, that's because that's where you kept dying, not because you watched other people do it.
Stalking the spawn
Go behind
points.
the other crate that was there, so you like shoot behind it.
Right,
That's
so you
where
could
they
shoot
spawn.
through the little crate and stuff, dude. It was crazy. And like you would have like I mean, for me, Schmeegs got called a sweat today because he's level 111 in Modern Warfare 2.
Bro, I've seen like so many people that are like 150. Like,
I mean, I'm 141 right now. Like, and I play consistently. But if you
we ran across somebody who was max level, right?
Max level.
Yeah, max level. He was 249. One away from max level. But you guys are just, I don't understand where everybody just, the moment they see a max level, like, oh, sweat. I'm like, I ran around with a naked beagle. Like, what do you mean? But that's the community nowadays. Just like the video, Lisa sent me a video. It was such a good video. I need to send it to Thomas, where he's talking about shit talking. He said you would shit talk and you would have good shit talking. We've talked about this a bunch, right? And we'd be like, he's like, oh, dude, back in the day, you'd shit talk somebody for like 3 or 4 games in a row. You just constantly
dude, it would keep going.
Said,
like
when the game ended, you know what you said? You said GG and you left. If that was time, you left because you left all your shit talk in the lobby and just went about your day. People will come now to your fucking stream. They'll go to your Instagram and they'll just start shitting on you. And now the perfect way he said it, right? As he said back in the earlier Call of Duties like Black Ops 2 and stuff, said people would just get on and just say racist slurs.
Well, the point that he made was that the original people that played multiplayer on the original Xbox and PlayStation, once the next gen consoles came out or people started getting jobs, you know, they were growing up, that their younger siblings were given those consoles, and instead of shit talking, they just got on the internet and they started talking slurs and homophobic
they would say
shit
slurs and all this, and then people just
and
left it unchecked.
And no one ever corrected them, because that is true. After millennials, the next generation was pretty much unmonitored, worse in a different way than us. We had the raw internet. That's kind of different than what became of it and how social it is.
Oh, dude,
now.
OG YouTube videos when there was no monetization were so off the fucking wall. It was hilarious.
It was crazy. It was the wild, wild west of the internet. It was great. But
yeah, then you had Newgrounds. Anyway,
that's so.
Continue, Lisa.
Yeah.
But his point was that the next generation of shit talkers, pretty much nobody corrected them to say, oh, calling someone a homophobic slur is not okay. That's a little too far. No one ever stepped in and said, you know, hey, that's actually enough. No one ever did that. And then now it's culturized. Now that's what everyone does, because that's what is common.
I mean, I imagine half the time I see people post on TikTok where they're like, I had this really nice interaction with this guy. Like some dude ran up today and he was helping his roommate with coding homework. So the guy said, okay, I'll leave you alone. And he ran away, killed everybody in the area, came back. The guy said, I'm done now. And he goes, oh, sweet. And then sticks him with a Semtex. To me, that's hilarious.
That is
but like, imagine how many games he's had to play to get that one interaction. Yeah. Because I know me and Poe had good interactions when we did old Warzone and we would do hot mics. Rarely would we get a good interaction because most of the time it was just slurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the first game I played in Modern Warfare 2, I got called 3 slurs in the first lobby, turned voice shut off.
Yeah, I mean that makes it no fun. It's just call somebody a loser. Call them a dirt-eating, non-grass touching.
Call me a licking virgin or something like that.
Exactly.
But you won't do that. You only know how to say slurs now. That's not shit talking.
It's not anymore. It's just being.
You had
hateful.
to make like your mama jokes, like.
Oh yeah.
Right. Exactly. Your mama's so fat she sat on a nickel and made a quarter. You know, some stupid like that. But people don't do that anymore.
Not at all.
Speaking of Call of Duty,
you could have a whole explain the whole thermal expansion and be like, your mama's still not as fat as the universe.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's what Matt Colbo did in the video. It was hilarious. He did. It was like a 4-minute video of him talking about the heat expansion of the universe, and then it was your mama joke.
Absolutely.
And it's still not as fat as your mom in the video.
As your mom.
And it was so funny.
The good old days.
I'll send you the video, Thomas. It's actually really funny. Speaking of Call of Duty, there's a group called Euphoria in Call of Duty. A group called Euphoria. I can't remember exactly their Twitter handle, but They go by Euphoria. You could probably find them like that. They are trying to find the next movement, the movement meta in Call of Duty, and they have discovered 2 types of movement metas. They have one called dog walking, and they have one. Well, I call it dog walking. It's called the C walk or something like that, or the D walk. And then they have the D bounce or something, which just sounds fucking weird. Fucking bouncing on a D, bro. But you can apparently dolphin dive onto a ledge, and then you can bounce off of it in a jump and just fly.
It's literally a giant leap.
Like
it's
if you're on fucking Fortress, Thomas, you can bounce from that ledge to the window. Super easy. And then there's dog walking, which is where you can lay down and stand up really quick. And it basically looks like you're putting all 4 of your hands and feet on the ground.
Yeah.
And you're sprinting. It looks
like you're running.
That.
Yeah.
Right. Makes it hard to hit you, but I personally think it's cool. And people are really upset going, you guys just can't play the game normally. Fam, we've played for 10 hours the past 2 days. I have seen exactly 0 people do that.
Exactly.
All the even the sweatiest games with the max level people, nobody does those. You know why? Probably because they're all playing Warzone. But
I mean, yeah, that's probably true.
But it's because that's not going to win you a fight. People say movement wins fights. Movement does not win fights. You can be the most goated movement player in an entire game, and if you can't hit a shot, fam, you're just going to get fucking waxed anyway.
Yeah.
Then you have the people like Joe Woe who can do both, and they will shit on you.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, it's just I don't know why everybody's so damn upset about it. It's not that big of a deal, personally. Fastest selling Sony exclusive being God of War Ragnarok. Damn, really? 5.1 million copies in opening week?
Yes.
People have been putting all their God of Wars into one list and ranking them, and not a single person has put Ragnarok anywhere but number 1.
Now, I just want to put this in perspective for those having the what will be game of the year. Obviously, we said earlier in the year that the 2 games that are going to come up is going to be Elden Ring, because it literally did invoke so many people to try the game, even though it's very punishing. They did a really good job, hyping up the game, and it lived up. A lot of people loved it. It was a very, very good game. And we said the only thing that's going to contend with it is probably going to be God of War Ragnarok. So they sold, what was it, the 5.1 million first week, right?
Yeah.
Which is very impressive for an exclusive title.
Right.
It was PlayStation exclusive. Very, very impressive. I think they said it was the number 1 selling game for Sony.
Oh, probably.
I think they said it was.
I think it's fastly becoming the number 1.
But what to put it in perspective, that is very good for an exclusive. Elden Ring, as of November, has sold 17.5, but it's been out for months. So, granted, 12 million of that was within the first 3 weeks. I think 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
First 3 weeks, it sold 15 or 12 million copies.
12 million copies, yeah. And that's still impressive. That's very impressive. So we'll have to see how many more people buy God of War, how that,
But
they're going to be about the same.
Elden Ring came out on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and sold 12 million in 3 weeks.
Yes.
In 1 week on just PlayStation,
God of War
has over 5, which is phenomenal.
I
still think God of War is going to win solely because of narrative. Speaking of, I don't really want to go off tangent, but we're going to.
Okay.
Can we talk about some of these Game of the Year awards and just talk about the games that are here?
Okay. Yeah. What are you thinking?
I just want to go through the categories and talk about it.
Where are you looking, my guy?
I'm on thegameawards.com.
Okay. Got it.
Nominees, right?
Okay.
Game of the Year. I'll read the 6 that have been nominated. A Plague Tale Requiem. I have no idea what that game is.
It's the follow-up game to A Plague Tale that came out in 2018, 19.
No idea what that series is.
Okay.
Elden Ring, obviously. Ragnarok, obviously. Horizon Forbidden West. I guess I can see that being on there. It's a big AAA title.
It was.
I haven't played it. I'm actually kind of just waiting for it to come out on PC. But either way, Stray, don't know why Stray's on there. I'm not saying Stray's a bad game, but even if you put it up with the 3 games before it that I said, Elden Ring, Ragnarok, and Forbidden West, why is it on there?
It could be best indie game, best.
Yeah, but not game of the year.
Not game of the year. I agree. Very good game, cool game, had a lot of glitches, was definitely weird, but not game of the year. I don't think it's quite up to par for that. But
then we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I've never even played that. I've never even seen that category of game.
By far, it's between Elden Ring and God of War.
The worst part is all of these gaming categories have the same fucking games in them.
Do they really?
Dude, best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction design. Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Forbidden West, Stray, and then a game called Immortality. Which my thing is if a game's nominated for Game of the Year,
why is it in all the other categories? Like, yeah,
I understand. Yeah. So, like, if Forbidden West loses, it could still win best game direction. But like, it feels redundant because it's just going to be the same 3 or 4 games in the same like just all the categories.
But that's how it always is. That's so how lame. But that's how they do it with movies as well. You can be nominated in many different categories, and if you're the one that sweeps the most, the most awards,
you win.
That's you winning. Yeah, that's you getting more business down the road.
Best narrative is Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Forbidden West, Immortality. You know, this is what I wanted to talk about. Best art direction, Stray, Forbidden West, Ragnarok.
See, now art direction I can see for Stray.
Elden Ring, Scorn.
Scorn, okay.
I haven't played it, but it does look kind of crazy, right? Best score in music, Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and then Metal Hellslinger, which is just, it's a beats game, whatever, right? Best audio design, Forbidden West, Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7.
Hey.
And then get this, Thomas, Modern Warfare 2.
Their voice actors did do a very good job.
For best audio design. For best in-game audio and sound design.
That's going to be
if it was for voice acting, I would say Modern Warfare could contend because Modern Warfare's voice acting and mocap was on point.
I don't think there is voice acting.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Pretty sure audio covers all
in-game audio and sound design. Modern Warfare shouldn't even be up there, bro. You could put static electricity going through a mic.
That's not true. The campaign was done really well.
And then we have best performance for voice overacting, motion, or performance capture. Ashley Birch, which if you don't know who Ashley Birch is, she's Tiny Tina, she's Aloy, she's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Charlotte McBurney, somebody from A Plague's Tale. We have 2 Ragnaroks up here. God of War Ragnaroks. We have Kratos, aka Christopher Judge, and Sonny Soljic, which I'm pretty sure he's Atreus.
Oh no, it would have to go to Kratos. Like,
absolutely.
I mean, if you have them both up there, bro, you're giving it to Kratos.
No, not Atreus. I can't put Atreus up there.
No, it's Kratos.
It's absolutely
hands down.
Kratos.
There's no I could say it's between. I don't know the other 2. Charlotte McBurney or Men Engaged for Immortality. I don't know who those people are, but it's Christopher Judge. Like, come on.
They were also mocapped. So
yes.
Just to put that in
which
there.
They say that's for the whole thing. Games for Impact. A thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Okay.
Memoir Blue.
These are a bunch of games we don't know, is what this is.
Yeah, I'm just going to skip that category.
Yeah, that's a bunch of games that we don't. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're
bad at all, but I've never heard of any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. That's probably a base category.
Bro, look, there's so much political commentary in Brotato. It's crazy.
Honestly, there's so many sounds of you picking up the little gems off the ground. Then we have best ongoing games for outstanding development of ongoing content. Players enjoy over the time. Apex Legends.
I don't know how Apex got on there.
Bro, we even got Poe chuckling in the background.
Now, honestly,
Apex Legends is on there.
Yeah.
But they're up with Destiny 2.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
It's Fortnite.
Now, I'm going to tell you, as much as I don't really care much to play Fortnite, it's not my style of game, it's third-person building, whatever. Epic does a really good job at making that game entertaining for people.
They switch it up
They
constantly.
changed that
They
shit
gave them the mode they wanted. They
Bro,
made new characters. They've done so many deals with big companies.
Bro, EA and Respawn will be like, all right, for Apex Legends Season 14, you get a new map that's just a slightly recolored fucking old map.
You
and
get
then
Loba in a bikini.
We give you Loba in a bikini and one LTM that came out 2 years ago, but we put into the new map. And have fun, Legends. Fortnite be like, we blew up Tilted Towers. We blew up this right side of the map. There's now a snow map from the nuclear fallout from one of the nukes they just dropped. Naruto, Vegeta, Goku, all in the game, hitting the Orange Justice at the same time. We have new mounts that we added.
They did an Ariana Grande concert, for God's sake.
Dude, as much as I dislike Epic and I don't really care much for Fortnite, they fucking kill it with that game.
They do.
They're so good at keeping that game.
They said you don't want to build mode? We're going to give it to you.
Exactly.
No problem. We hear you.
Exactly.
Give it to you.
Best indie game.
No one cares.
Cult of the Lamb. Neon White, I've never heard of. Cult of the Lamb was cool. I don't think it should win. Sifu.
That was a fun game.
I thought Sifu was cool. Still haven't beat it.
Stray belongs here.
Stray definitely belongs here. If it's a true blue indie game, I could see Stray or Sifu taking it.
Yeah.
If one of the other two wins, I've never seen them nor have I played them, so I have no idea. Best mobile game.
Obviously, it's gonna be PUBG.
Apex Legends Mobile. Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy.
Somehow I feel like Tower of Fantasy is going to win that.
It has a big booty blonde chick on the front of it.
Oh, hell yeah. What is it called again?
Thomas already voted.
Tower of Fantasy. I don't know who's going to win that. I don't play mobile games. Best community support. Apex Legends.
No. False.
Are you just throwing those in there?
No, that's actually on there.
They're just sprinkling them in.
They're just trying to put them in, bro. Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, No Man's Sky.
I would say between Fortnite and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I like No Man's Sky, but they won last year with their big updates that they did. They actually made the game extremely good. I don't think they're going to win again. Innovation and accessibility. It's a bunch of games we haven't played. I will probably say Ragnarok's on here, Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. I could see The Quarry winning just because it's so fucking easy to play.
Yeah.
It's so easy to play. Let's see what's next. The best VR / alternate reality game. None of you guys have played any of these, so it doesn't 100%
matter. It's going to be Among Us.
I mean, Among Us VR is in there, so.
And people are losing their minds with it right now.
Yeah, it looks goofy.
Traumatizing kids.
Best action game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
How did that get on there? Let's be honest.
Bayonetta 3, Neon White Sifu, or Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is going to live or just going to win just sheerly because of the name.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 3 is going to lose because they found out that bitch was lying.
Yeah, no one's going to want that. I'm surprised Sifu got on there, to be honest.
I mean, same, but Sifu's actually really good. It keeps you engaged the whole time.
It does.
Best action adventure. I mean, it's 3 that we already know: Plague Tale, Ragnarok, Forbidden West,
and again,
Stray,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Tunic. I don't know how that's on there.
How are y'all getting in there? Okay.
Best RPG game. 2 days ago.
RPGs? What do we got?
I mean, nothing on there is going to win except Elden Ring. If you're putting 100%. Elden Ring against anybody that's not in the top 5,
I don't know. The Pokemon game might have a chance, but it'll probably be Elden Ring.
Yeah, but it's Arceus though. Arceus people didn't. I mean, I've heard a lot of bad things about it. Heard good things, but I've heard bad things. Best fighting. I don't really play fighting games. Multiverse. See,
that's where Sifu and
Sifu's in there too.
That makes
sense. I can see Multiverse is winning. Multiverse is dropping the ball though. Best family game.
If it's not that Kirby game, it's...
Oh, Kirby's on there.
Okay, I bet.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that's on there. That's probably gonna win. That or Lego Star Wars.
Splatoon.
Splatoon's kind of lit. I heard Splatoon was really fun. Best sim / strategy. I don't play any of these, but it's probably gonna be 2 Point Campus.
Not gonna lie, definitely considering buying Dune Spice Wars. 100% considering.
I think you should. It seems like a game you would like.
Yeah, I'm considering.
Best sports racing game. Ollie World. Never heard of it. Gran Turismo 7, nobody's gonna vote for that.
It's gonna be the Gran. Come on now. We all know.
You think people? No, it's gonna be between FIFA or NBA.
Yeah, probably. It's probably.
And it's
FIFA,
probably gonna be
honest.
FIFA.
Yeah, it's probably FIFA.
Let's be honest. People love the fuck out of FIFA. Then
I don't know why racing and sports are combined though, because they're not the same.
I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna just say these 2 sentences. Best multiplayer game: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder Revenge.
What?
that is on the list, up with Multiverses, Splatoon
and Overwatch
3,
is on there.
Overwatch 2, and Modern Warfare 2.
Oh god.
I hope Overwatch 2 wins.
That would be so fucking funny if they won.
If it it hurts my soul. Continue.
So, content creator of the year. I know 2 of these people. Cutie Cinderella and Ludwig. Obviously, Ludwig's going to win. Mogul Mail has blown up this year, and people absolutely love Ludwig. Plus, he made the Luddy right before this happened.
Yeah.
And everybody apparently loves the Luddy. I still don't know what it is. It's some kind of dance where he swings his arms and shit. Who knows? Then it's Nobru, Nibelian, and Carl Jacobs. I love that they all have pictures of themselves except Nibelian. His picture is just Mob Psycho 100.
Nice.
Best debut indie. Stray is going to win that. Not even telling you actually, you know what? Thomas would get mad if I didn't mention Vampire Survivors being in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Best debut indie games. Best adaptation. Creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to the entertainment medium. Arcane.
100%.
Cyberpunk. Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, or Uncharted.
It's gonna be Arcane.
A lot of people are probably gonna go, man, Cyberpunk's probably gonna win that. Absolutely not. Arcane was so fucking good.
Fantastic.
Lisa has no idea about League of Legends, and she's attached to Arcane.
I was hooked. I was.
We watched hooked. It'd be 3:00 in the morning. We'd go, should we just watch another one? Yes, we probably did.
Yeah, 100%.
Thomas put us onto that shit.
Absolutely.
Most anticipated game. This is a good category.
This is a good category.
Zelda. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which is supposed to be Breath of the Wild 2, essentially.
And that comes out in May.
Starfield. The Resident Evil 4 remake.
Maybe.
I'm going to say that the last one is the one that's going to win. Final Fantasy 16 or Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hogwarts is going to win out of all those. It's going to be between Hogwarts and Starfield. I know Resident Evil has a big community.
It's a cat. Yeah, it's a Capcom
I wouldn't say a big community.
It's big.
It has a loyal community.
Yes, it does. But Hogwarts, it's all of us 25 to 35-year-olds, and we're ready to live our childhoods again. We're ready.
That read and it's an open world, fam. I'm buying whatever. Let me buy it.
We're buying it, absolutely.
Best esports game that has delivered the best esports experience. None of these compare to League of Legends or Dota. I mean, okay, let's be honest.
They do.
Rocket League and Valorant are basically don't belong on there when you put them up to giants like League, Dota, and CSGO.
They're just a new audience. They're just a newer
Rocket
audience.
League is not new.
Okay. Yes, it is, though, because after they got that buyout issue where they went to free-to-play, a lot of the old people that used to play it left it, and it got a whole new audience of people.
I still just don't think it compares to League, Dota, or CSGO. I actually don't know who is going to win that category.
I don't know either.
Because all 3 of those games are super massive when it comes to esports.
True.
Best esports athlete. The fact that Faker is on here means nobody else exists. Because otherwise, well, granted, you have Faker and Chovy. I
think Chovy's overrated.
We have Simple. I personally think so too. I was watching semifinals and stuff back, and he kind of played very averagely. He kind of went out of his way to fucking throw some games. Like, we're down, I'm gonna go solo farm. Then he gets picked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Simple's on here.
Yep.
Which is cool. Yay for Valorant. Don't see that. Kerrigan for CSGO. I can see. But Faker's on there. Faker basically just wins because his name's Faker. He's crazy. Best esports team, Dark Zero. The facts on Dark Zero, they came from behind. They were super underdogs in Apex Legends, and they won the first championship series for League. They sniped it under everybody's noses. So,
but that's them for Apex.
Yes, that's them for Apex. FaZe Clan for CSGO. I don't know why. Probably because of Kerrigan. Gen G for League of Legends. LA Thieves for Call of Duty, and Loud for Valorant.
I'm gonna just
Yeah.
people can't see this, but the group picture for Loud is them just holding up a bunch of L's.
It's
And
so funny. Oh
I
my
don't
god.
I don't think that that's a good reflection
Bro,
for
it's
them.
all of them holding L's, dude. Oh no.
Because y'all shouldn't be holding the L's, you know what I'm saying? I get where I get it.
Yeah,
but
that's bad.
it
That's
looks
really
like
funny.
y'all are holding L's, and that's not what we want you to do.
Bro, Loud's one
know what
big
I'm
L,
saying?
dude.
Oh boy. Okay, continue. What else do we
Best
got?
esports coach.
We
I don't
don't
know who
care.
any of these people are,
We
bro.
don't
It's
care.
probably going to be the guy from Gen G Score. And you can't. What's funny is FPX is on there, and isn't FPX abolished and bankrupt now?
No, that's FTX.
Oh, okay, I'm stupid. And then we have best esports event.
League of Legends.
It's probably
100%.
gonna. It's. I mean, granted, I see PGL Major Antwerp. That's CS:GO. 2022 mid-season international or invitational. I don't even know who that's for. And then we have
that's
Valorant
Rocket League, I think, isn't it?
It looks actually, yeah, that actually looks like it. It has the little ball up there. Then League of Legends Worlds. Nothing's gonna beat Worlds. I'm sorry.
It's League of Legends.
Nothing's beating Worlds. That's all the categories. It's all 31. But nobody's beating Worlds.
No, for sure.
Worlds is way. I mean, not to mention the fucking best, one of the best teams in the world got upset. Like, shit. Crazy. I just spoiled. Fuck. I spoiled. Anyway, I mean, don't listen to this expecting not to be spoiled, fam.
True. Back to our list so we can clean this up in
back to the news. I apologize. I just wanted to do that and talk about it because I don't know. Some of the it bothered me that some of the categories were the same.
That it shouldn't. Continue. Let's go on.
I don't know why. Okay. Overwatch 2 still has issues, but they announced the new tank and the store works as intended. But Sojourn probably needs to catch a nerf because nobody fucking likes her, and she's now worked her way down into silver to where she shit stomps everybody high silver and above.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, dude. I was listening to somebody talk about pro comps, and they said, and I quote, "You have a Sojourn on your team. She's the hyper carry. Your other DPS is Reaper. Reaper's sole purpose is to protect the Sojourn."
I mean,
he
in
literally
some
exists.
Cases,
he literally exists to hang around her and make sure Winstons and stuff can't get to her.
That is how it's played a lot of the time.
Yeah, and they basically it's kind of crazy. They keep the Sojourn alive so she can hyper carry. And I'm like, that's kind of shitty, dude.
Until at least season 2, if not further, season 3.
Yeah, which is just waiting way too long.
It's waiting way too long. Yeah, not that she's not a interesting character and can carry a game, because she can, but we didn't need that. We have Soldier, we have Widow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's just gonna become I don't know what the cap on their heroes is gonna be, 40, 50. I have no idea. But I have a feeling they're just going to run it into the ground, and it's going to be like League of Legends Light.
Oh, where you have fucking 186 legends?
Yeah, and they're all going to do similar things, and you're just going to be able to pick
and
then
they never adapt to anything, like doing the rolling over bands like Thomas said they should keep doing.
Yeah.
They roll over bands into every round. I think that would be that would have just gave so much diversity to build.
I think one league is actually doing that now. I think it's I think it's like I don't know if it's the Chinese league or if it's like the it's one of the Southeast Asian ones.
They should definitely do that. One person says, I like this quote. The bug is Kiriko's ability. They're talking about the bug where she can teleport. The bug is Kiriko's ability. They can't disable her though, as there's a skin in the store. Is that the main reason? She's the main reason most people buy the battle pass, and they don't have the guts to disable the real problem.
Yep. Because she has the ability in some cases to teleport outside of the map and be unkillable, where
which
she is literally outside the map.
People have not figured, they have not even thought about the fact that it's her and not the maps they chose. It's her. But they won't disable her because what else are people going to work for in the battle pass? So
very true.
They want to keep people playing. I think that's super fucking scummy. My favorite bug so far, still to this day, was whenever an Xbox player got an achievement, they got logged out.
Just get punished. Just, you know what I'm
Dude, you
saying?
just hit the nastiest 6-piece on McCree. Halfway through that, you got an
Disconnect.
achievement and got disconnected.
And then on top of that, if you're in a comp game, get disconnected and then get banned for disconnecting because apparently that was a bug as well.
Yep.
People were getting their accounts banned.
Luminous actually said that he was worried he was going to get banned because he got DC'd like 4 separate times and he was up to like a 2-hour wait. And he was worried he was going to get perma-banned from ranked.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people did in the forums. People were like, "This is ridiculous that I'm getting kicked off your game." And
also, if you didn't know, you want to know why Tracer always felt really weak? It's because she had a really bad bug where why Tracer. Let me think how to word it.
What'd they do to my boo?
Why she wasn't weak, but why she felt really strong is because they had a bug where her damage didn't drop off.
So yeah, up to 20 meters, she had no damage drop off.
So every legend, every hero has damage drop off at a certain distance, and hers was 20, and
it used to be 10.
Or it used to be 10, and they just removed that and put it at
apparently
20.
Yeah, apparently you got.
So you can stand really far away from people and just beam them down if you were good.
Yes, but if you move 1 meter further than that, it's nothing. She just tickling people. But 20 meters is a very long distance, so yeah, some people have been complaining about that. I mean, that's less of an issue than some of the other things. But I still want to point out they need to fix the maps that have holes in them that people are falling through, or Torb sticking their turret in holes in certain maps, and people falling through the map or getting disconnected. There's other problems that they really need to address. That it's funny. The first game they had 6 years of fixing those problems under their belt, and no, we just started from scratch. Why not? Makes sense.
Big brain, right?
But don't worry, new tank coming out in a couple weeks. Get ready. I'm sure that won't be a clusterfuck from hell.
Yeah, I've uninstalled the game as it
100% sure they have not tested the tank in their relationship with the maps and the other characters. Guaranteed, it's going to be this character and this character are completely immune from his attacks. When he shifts into his alternate form, he phases through the map. It's gonna be some crazy shit.
This man is the fucking one of the guy from My Hero Academia who could go through floors and shit.
Yeah, he's just gonna be falling through the floor or up in the sky.
Can he only go through floors and not walls?
Fix the bug where he doesn't fly to the moon anymore after coming out of the floor.
Dude, I'm just, good God, I'm glad so many people are having fun on Overwatch, but it is not.
For the old heads, as you would call them, it sucks because it makes me sad watching it where it goes.
Yeah.
Speaking of new games, Pokemon launched last night?
The day before.
It was. I know Voltage went, and he's super excited. He's listening right now. Yeah, there.
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet. I've heard there's been a little bit of performance issues.
How do you performance issues with Pokemon?
Probably because they probably overestimated how good the Switch's capabilities were.
I mean, it's Pokemon.
I know. It's not. I don't think it's as bad as they're saying. It is. It's Pokemon. It's Pokemon. People are being very harsh on it. Like, as I've seen some of the issues, and very few of them were like game-breaking bugs. They were mostly like visual issues.
So like the one
rendering
Thomas sent me where you could be in mid-fight and the dude would just come menacingly walk at you. That was so funny. The AI will just break, and while you're in the middle of the game fighting another Pokemon, and he'll just start walking
he'll just
into your
walk
screen.
up to you. Yeah, I remember that.
So
they made a meme out of that for a time.
Yeah. However, it's becoming the fastest selling Nintendo game ever.
Which is crazy.
The fact that you say Nintendo game and you don't say like Pokemon game is crazy because that's Mario, fam.
Mario, yeah, exactly. And you're saying that
the title whoa, the fastest selling Nintendo game in history is Pokemon Red and Blue.
Which is old.
Goated.
That's back in the day.
Pokemon Red and Blue, Sword and Shield, and then Gold, Silver, and Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
I really thought
Red and Blue sold
Mario
31.
would be up there somewhere.
31 mil.
Bro, did you ever play
which is
Pokemon Jade?
crazy.
No.
Bro, it was like this weird ass Chinese bootleg.
Oh,
And
God.
it was hilarious because what they do is they'll take other games and they'll just take the name off of it. So it had something else and it was kind of Pokemon-ish, but wasn't really. And they're just like, yeah, this is not Pokemon here.
Nice.
And
Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, so it's not their fastest selling. Their highest selling Nintendo game ever is Super Mario Bros. For the NES, which is 40 million copies.
Which
I
is
think.
wild.
Is that higher than
Pokemon Red and Blue was 31.3.
31.3? Yeah. I'm just looking.
I
Yeah,
mean, the NES
40
was also
million
like,
copies in 1985 is fucking
That's crazy.
I mean, that's
Bro,
crazy. Yeah.
revenue estimate $1.5 trillion or billion dollars.
I want to say
For
trillion.
Mario?
Hello.
I mean, yeah, for Mario. And Super
crazy.
Mario Bros. 3 on the NES was 1.2 billion
That's crazy.
at 17 million sales.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the fucking ND. Okay. Looking at them, I'm trying to see if there's any more. Super Mario Odyssey, that's what I was looking for. 23 million copies is a lot of copies.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Granted, Odyssey was the one that got me playing again because that game was so fun.
Very fun.
Anyway, I think that's cool. I have to find the Switch so Lisa can actually play.
Yeah.
So we actually have to find it. The biggest news that makes me happy: Ubisoft is finally coming back to Steam.
Yep.
If you didn't know, if it was on Ubisoft, it was an Epic exclusive. Well, they're coming back to Steam. I mean, it's only been 3 years since they've been gone.
Yeah. They've been launching their games on the Epic Game Store, and apparently, I think it's next year. I don't think it's not like it's today. It's not a today
No,
thing.
I'm
It's
trying to see when they're talking about it.
Future releases won't be Epic exclusive anymore. They're coming back to launching on Steam. I'm assuming Steam and Epic. But yeah, they said that they don't like Steam's commissions.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Has Steam changed their commissions?
I'm sure they have contracts that are of different numbers that we'll never know about.
Oh, that's true.
That stuff is normally kept secret because you can't. If you give one developer a great deal because you know it's going to pop off, you don't display that. You normally sign an NDA because you don't want not everyone gets the same deal. It's all about making money. That's how companies stay in business.
Oh,
People
so
can
in
give
2021, Steam changed their policy. It's still 30%, but the more sales you make, the lower that number goes.
There you go. So the more successful you are, the more money you get.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I hope this triggers a lot of people, because not trigger people, but like gets in the devs' heads, like, oh, maybe we should go back to Steam too, because I'm sick of fucking going to Epic.
True.
I don't know why everybody ran away, bro. Who cares? It's 30%.
Because Epic took less money.
But look at fucking Roller Champions. If Roller Champions would have came out on Steam instead of Epic, that shit would have did 3 times better than
it.
Because if it would have came out free to play like it is now, and it would have originally released on Steam, it would have blew up as a free game.
Yeah.
Shit would have been flooded. It would have had a way bigger fan base than it has now.
Well, the issue is that, and this kind of ties in. I should have put it on our list to talk about. I'll just say briefly that a couple of game developers are trying to start a class action lawsuit against Valve, I should say, for monopolizing the market. They're saying there's no competitors, so all you can do as a game developer is go to Steam, which is false. There are definitely other competitors. They're just not. Being the most advantageous platform and the only platform are two different things. So these two developers, I guess they're smaller companies, got a hair up their ass, and I guess they got a lawyer who thinks they have big money in their future, and I don't think that that's true.
That's not true.
Being most sought after platform to buy games does not mean you're the only one.
If they were buying up companies like Epic and shit, I could see somebody doing that. But these publishers are coming to Steam.
Yes.
There are competitors out there. They just don't compete with Steam because people go, shit, I'm just going to take it to Steam.
We have Epic. Their UI is dog shit. Their security was dog shit. Origin is their UI is dog shit.
Even
Windows
Discord.
Store is Windows Store. It's disgusting looking. Have you tried using it? It's
Oh, it's
awful.
horrible. Discord.
Discord has their own game on
The
their own game
Xbox app
platform
for
now.
PC.
Again, that just ties into the Windows Store. And
Bethesda
that's
has their own
awful.
too.
Yeah,
Had.
they did.
I think they had.
They did. They closed it.
They went back to Steam. Yeah, because nobody
Google had
fucking
Stadia,
used it.
and that shut down.
Google Stadia, yeah.
Google Stadia is gone because
And
because
it's
it's hard to upkeep that shit. Like, imagine all the work that goes into developing a platform that's works smooth, that the transactions go through, that has security.
Host.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people realize how much goes in, or most people probably don't even know what Valve started as back in the day. Like, I remember those first 5 games like available on their store. Like, I remember that. But seriously, being the most sought after and the best does not equate to being the only. That is not monopolization. So I disagree.
And the fact that they're just like we publicly release your numbers and stuff. A lot of people don't do. You can't find Battle.net's numbers on any of their games.
No.
But because Steam doesn't come out and seek people, they're just like, I mean, all your stats are literally free online.
Yep.
They have all that shit just ready. And you can be like, I don't want that. It's too fucking bad. Like, that's the whole website.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, yeah, for those that don't know about the class action lawsuit,
I did not know about that.
There's
I think you've mentioned
lawyers,
it to me.
Yeah, there's a couple websites you can go to, and they're trying to tell you, hey, Steam might owe you hundreds of thousands of dollars because
for mesothelioma.
Well, no, they're saying essentially they're saying that because Steam is a monopoly, when a developer goes to Steam, they sign a contract to say that they will not provide better pricing elsewhere other than Steam. So essentially Steam gets priority on sales over other platforms. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, that can't be but so true, baby, because I'm out here on Green Man Gaming, okay? GOG, Green Man Gaming, and I'm getting discount codes, baby. I'm getting discounts.
And it's on the lowest it's been in Green Man Gaming.
And I'm getting Steam codes, you know what I'm saying? So you do not have to purchase on Steam Store. So I don't know if this lawyer did their research or not, but a lot of people are signing this class action lawsuit, and I don't think they actually
Is that lawyer selling crypto? Is he also like, as I take this case,
he might
please invest in my opcoin or whatever?
Speaking of crypto, dude, did you hear about Mr. Speed, the biggest YouTuber ever, apparently?
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Him did. I wouldn't say ever. Yeah, I know, but he got caught. He got caught actually scamming people with crypto.
Yeah. Whoops.
He said he muted his mic, but he turned it down really low because he didn't hit the mute button. He just turned it down. So people took the footage and turned it all the way up in editing software, and you could hear what he was saying. And essentially, he knew he was scamming his audience because it was a rug pull.
Of course, which has happened so many times with these stupid little meme coins. It's so God, it makes me mad. Thomas and I have had this discussion about crypto and blockchain and all of this stuff, and that's discussion for another day.
That's discussion for another day. We're gonna move on. Valorant taking the steps to move to console. I mean,
this is kind of a rumor type thing, apparently.
No, I mean, but they've been talking about releasing Valorant on console for a while. I'm gonna tell you, bro, it's a tactical, precise shooter. Those don't do well on console. And I know you're gonna be like, but Siege, you can move and shoot in Siege. If you're running sideways and you shoot at somebody's head, your bullets still go to their head. When it comes to a game like Valorant, where you have to stop to aim straight to where your bullets don't go everywhere, that shit does not work on console. They tried that shit with Counter-Strike, and it was absolutely horrible to the point where they removed it.
Yeah,
I think they're releasing it intentionally, knowing that it's not going to do so well. Because
they're letting people figure it out and be like, you know what, you guys want it so fucking bad, dude. Here,
yeah,
they also don't understand the groundwork of consoles for the other games because they're probably going to release their fighting game on all platforms.
True. Probably, which would make sense, but we'll see where that story goes and how that changes.
And then the voice actor for Batman, the Green and the White Ranger passed away.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy died the other day, and that was definitely sad because he had voiced Batman for a very long time. And then the guy for us 90s kids,
the Green Power Ranger,
the Green / White Okay, slash
He was
white,
also the
depending
Red Power Ranger like 3 seasons later.
for like a period of time. Yeah. He passed away as well, which was very, very sad. And a lot of the other people that played those Power Rangers in the late 90s were really upset. Like I saw a
Yeah,
lot of
you got
terrible
fucking.
videos.
I mean, you got James Gunn, you got Troy Baker, you got Tara Strong, all just saddened by this man, this just being gone.
It
Because he
is
was
actually
goated,
really
bro.
sad.
He was such a
Yeah.
goated person.
Especially, like I said, for us 90s kids who actually grew up seeing him. Yeah, very,
Played that
very
little
sad.
flute. The tiger came out. Oh snap!
Absolutely. He's with
Let's see
us in our thoughts.
who else was he? Oh yeah, he was the voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman through every single
Kevin Conroy? Yeah, he was
through every single
literally
video
like,
game too.
yes, he had been literally the voice of Batman.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah. He was
Wow.
he was like I don't know how you can copyright a person's voice to a character, but he was that.
Yeah,
He
because
was
now
that.
they can't release him for video games anymore unless they
They'll
have to
have
find
to they'll have to
find somebody
find
new.
Yeah, they'll have to
It's
find
not gonna hit the same though.
It probably won't.
They just gotta find a way to synthesize his voice. So like, you know how like when they synthesize like, anybody's voice in Darth Vader's, that's real easy.
true.
But you gotta do it
They
in
could.
Batman.
There is an AI out there that can literally replicate voices. So that's true. That might be what they do.
Wow.
They have 30, 40 years of his voice, so
yeah,
they could do it. But definitely sad news. Not to end on sad news. They're gonna do to my homie
Tupac.
Okay. They're putting Tupac on. They're doing the hologram concerts with him.
Yeah, dude. Tupac's in Cuba.
Probably is.
There was a guy in Call of Duty. His name is that.
Okay.
Machiavelli never died.
Real quick. We can talk about it more on the next podcast, but real quick, you've been playing Modern Warfare for a couple weeks. We missed last week's podcast. So what are your initial thoughts?
We did miss last week.
Yes, we did. So what are you just give a quick summary and we can go back and touch on it.
If you want to know how
week.
fun Modern Warfare 2 has been, this man Thomas has not played since the original Modern Warfare 2 came out. He has 91 hours as of today.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's doing all right.
In terms of Call of Duties, it's probably one of the most fun I've had since Black Ops 4. To the point where I'm playing like 4 to 5 hours a day, and then I'll look at my clock and it's 10:30, and I'm like, oh shit, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I'm already 4 hours into stream. Hold on. You know, it's stuff like that. And I haven't done that with a game in a while. So
however, the maps
hands down, some of the worst ever in Call of Duty.
And along with bad maps comes bad spawns, as we all know. So
yeah, but we can touch more on that next week.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll shit on the campaign next week.
Yeah, you can definitely shit on it because I got some gripes about the campaign.
we got some summarizing to do for next week.
So we'll definitely talk about it more next week. I am gonna go play RL Craft and make food.
Sounds good.
So have a good night, everybody. Voltage. I'm pretty sure the other person is Poe because I keep hearing them chuckle behind me whenever we say something stupid. And appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate all the listeners out there on whatever platforms you may or may not listen on. I hope you enjoyed the Hitman gameplay if you're on YouTube. Have a good night. This is episode 19 of the CheekCast.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.